Hello ladies and gentlemen, Dodger here, welcome back to Formula 1 2017, wrapping up the Austrian Grand Prix, where we had ourselves a pretty good race there in Austria, I do believe. Let's see, we need to continue the career, we need to, I believe, spend some resource points and all that kind of good stuff to wrap up here in Austria. I guess I just don't know the F1 calendar as well as I used to. Because I honestly don't know where we are going after Austria. I think maybe Germany? It would make sense that we would be in like the European swing. That's usually how they do the F1 calendar. But I do know that these loading times are still quite a long time. There we go. Alright, yes, we have over 500 resource points. So we'll for sure get to use those. Oh, and there's our first driver bonus. Nice. So an additional 26 resource point thingies. Alright, and we also did well against Felipe Massa. Not quite as much as a blowout as it was against Hulkenberg, but it's still pretty strong. Pretty strong. And of course the teams are still rather impressed with us as well. Where are we? We're still in Austria, so we need to get out of here. F1. Because yeah, oh, I haven't spent the points yet. Woof. Almost goofed that up. R&D tree. Said we needed to look at our gearbox and do that gearbox wear number 2 in hopes that we can stop taking penalties for changing gearboxes too soon. It's kind of sad, you know, we're not doing any upgrades to the car at all. Now, after the F1 2017 season, and I do plan on doing more than one season in this game, in theory, we could technically keep developing this Renault and turn this team into a top-tier team, is how I believe I understand how that could work. But we'll see what that's like in the future. Now we're ready to go to the next weekend. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I still don't know where we are, though. We will see. Also, oh, it's Silverstone next. Interesting. Okay, well that's... I'm hit or miss with Silverstone. Sometimes I'm really good here, and sometimes I really struggle with Silverstone. So we'll see. This car feeling so much grippier than the old cars.
I've got something you'll be interested in.
Oh, that
Those
upgrade we just did?
Upgrades we discussed
Well, it wasn't really a
race.
performance upgrade, but yeah.
They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
I will. Take a look at why your voice doesn't match your mouth movement. Alright. That is done. Jello was saying is, you know, this car overall has a lot of grip. And it's better than the 16 cars, so I think we're going to do good here. I feel good about it. All of our engine stuff is of good quality. We don't really have any parts that we could maybe use, unfortunately, for practice. Yeah, everything is, I mean, maybe the control electronics, but actually we're, what are we now? I wish you would say, like, how many races we're into the season right here, but it doesn't. But we're approaching halfway through the season, and this is, you know, still okay. We're going to be taking tons of penalties by the end of the season, I can guarantee you that. Oh, that's already at 50%. That's already at 50% on number 3. Well, we're already at we're already on engine number 3. We're already, or sorry, we're engine number 4. So, yeah, I guess after qualifying, or maybe even before qualifying, we'll be changing the turbo out. It is what it is. Let's go to practice 1 and get to it.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
That sounds wonderful. Session info. So, let's see here. I want to look at the weather before I get started, which is under... Why you know let me move? There we go. Under here, and then we have to hit F2. Practice 3 is clear, qualifying is cloudy, race is cloudy. So no rain necessarily in the forecast just yet.
We haven't done a race simulation on any tyre yet. We have multiple sessions available, so it isn't urgent right now, but we should make time for a tire wear program at some point.
I'll consider it. But first, I'm going to do this one and try and get reacclimated with old Silverstone. Yay, I put the keyboard down and I didn't hit anything. Alright. There's also the fact that Silverstone in this game is very different than Silverstone in basically every other racing simulation that I play. It's not that it's dramatically different. The biggest thing is the elevations are much different. And I believe the track width seems a bit off in places. Well, I say off, but really it's just different. I don't know which one is right, but I'm going to be honest with you. Probably going to go ahead and take it that the laser scanned versions in, say, iRacing or Assetto Corsa, oh, that was totally in, by the way, are maybe a little bit more accurate than this one. There's our DRS zone. Probably take a couple laps here. This is, oh, that was a missed one. At the end of the day, actually a rather complicated track to get around. So flat, so fast, and yet so flat, I guess is the real challenge. We might even just barely do the basic level of this on the first lap, if even. This is always a fun section. Back in the day, this was always the section that Jolo would kick my ass at because he, I don't know, he just read that very well. A little wide there, not bad. Turn in, please. Thank you. Seeing a lot of green and not a lot of purple.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple.
Okay.
You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
Wasn't the worst. It's actually better than I kind of expected it to be. Real slidey on entry there. This turn is one that always catches me out. You know, I remember being in Kurt's 2014 season, I believe that was the turn that I spun and lost a very easy win at. Get it rotated here, that was nice. This car is really nice to get back to the throttle too, though. It just doesn't do the squirminess that the Haas car does in the 2016 game. The squirminess always just like saps all of my confidence in the car. Boy, this seemed really fast through there, like much faster than I'm used to. That was a pretty good string. Should be good for the points. I don't think we've missed any. Nice. A little wobbly there. Got purple right at the end, and we're good.
This circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
I like strong foundations. Do you like strong foundations? Because I like strong foundations. I don't want my foundations to be cracked or anything. Alright, here we go for tire management. It's going to be a tricky one, I believe, because it felt like I was sliding the tires pretty hard around here. And typically it is the slower turns that I tend to have issues with the sliding in, and this place has a few of them. Slow turns with no banking. So 137 to aim for.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Trying to be easy on the tires there. far we're doing okay on tires and marginal on time. That was pretty good. It's kind of an awkward DRS zone right here. Very calm and easy through here. Hoping that's saving our tires. Oh, I slid them a bit there apparently. Could not get back to the gas, and that really hurt. What are we doing, 7th gear? I could stop flipping that grass, yeah. So we lost a bunch of time there, but it was apparently easy enough on the tires. It wandered out on me a bit there. Well, this might be nice. We might be able to do this one in one lap. That would be great. I don't think I've learned very much about the track just yet. But I'm not displeased. Right. Nice.
Program complete.
One
Good
lap.
work. Head on back to the garage and we'll start going over the data.
I'm ready to get back to the garage. Okay, fuel saving here. This one should be fairly easy, I think. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a moment to talk a bit here. I didn't get a chance to watch the Formula One race this weekend. I only got to hear about it, and there was certainly a lot to hear about. I'm excited to,
Nico's currently in P6, 6th place.
Cool. I'm excited to get back to Mexico. See what it's like. We're almost there, I believe, in our 2016 playthrough. Ooh, grass. Okay, well, don't make the track wider, Cone. That's not going to save any fuel. Trying to keep the gears down, but it makes it understeer so bad. It's not worth it. But yeah, looks like Hamilton... spoilers. Looks like Hamilton is locked in on the championship there in Formula One. I mean, I don't think it's a secret that I'm not much of a Hamilton fan. It's not certainly the case that I'm like, boo, I hate Hamilton, or anything like that. It's just not terribly impressed by his demeanor. He's just not a driver that I necessarily pull for. But that's 4 for him and 4 for Vettel, so that'll be an interesting little rivalry moving forward, assuming he doesn't like Rosberg it up and, you know, just retire. I don't think that he will. But really bizarre seeing Vettel drive the way he's driving here this season. He's driving like a rookie trying to prove himself instead of a veteran trying to, you know, show his dominance. It's like he's always pushing the car way harder than he needs to, and, you know, I don't know, I guess that was optimal. It was luckily a lap. It just seems like maybe he's trying to live to that Michael Schumacher kind of shoe, and I don't know that Ferrari is necessarily there right now. So I don't know, it just kind of seems like maybe he's put a little too much pressure on himself to try and fill a role that might be too hard to fill right now. We never really got to see, you know, there was a few seasons where there was a equal parity between the top 2 teams in the Schumacher era. And certainly Hamilton wasn't around for that, so I don't know, it's just interesting to see him driving like that. Like that move that he pulled on Hamilton, Vettel that is. A little dicey, a little over the top. But I don't know, from my perspective it's nice to see him driving that way. It's nice to see anybody kind of driving that way. Instead of, you know, just making blunders because they're terrible, he's making blunders because he's pushing the car and pushing himself that far. It's interesting to see. We'll see how it turns out next season. I have a feeling the rules changes won't be very dramatic next season, so... Oh yeah, this is just as easy as it always is. So yeah, there shouldn't be huge swings either way. It'd be cool to get Red Bull back up there, but with the whole Renault-Honda thing happening in the future, that's gonna be crazy. And how about Carlos Sainz really showing he's the real deal there with his performance in the Renault. It's very cool. And I kind of made the analogy that, like, we're taking that role for this season since the drivers don't change out of the game, which is a little sad. That would be a cool thing for them to add in. Like, every time a driver change happens in real life, patch the game so that happens in the game down the line in your career. That would be neat. But yeah, that's my thoughts of Formula One from the weekend. Of the little bit the little bit that I saw. Easy enough for me. I can't even say easy enough for me to say. I have to bash my head against the wall and try to get it to spit out words. Let's go to the next session, huh? Okay, I'm gonna try qualifying pace here and see what's up. I don't feel like I've put in any laps that were purely for top speed just yet, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. I also don't know how the computer cars are gonna be shaken up here. How they stack up against humans. Again, they have us, targeted pretty low, so it should be easy enough to do the normal result, but... Oh, easy. A little front brake lag up there. But we're constantly trying to outperform that, and we want those purple levels. Is our teammate out ahead of us here? I don't know. Maybe it's a Haas car. No, it is. It is old Hulkenberg, who's now having to really, show his stuff, show what he's got, having to go up against Sainz now. It'd be nice if he would show us, the way by. Oh, what kind of line was that, Hulkenberg? I guess he was letting us go, but it actually hurt us quite badly. So this will not be a very good analog for our pace in qualifying then. A little late on the DRS. Fifth gear. Likes to run wide there, but they don't seem upset about it. That's about the best it's handled through the chicane.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now.
Okay.
Return to the garage pronto.
Target 13th. Result 11th. That's not bad. Like I said, there was certainly time on the table there. I would say I feel confident making it to Q1 here. We'll see. And it is nice now that we see signs in... Here, let's hold up Hulkenberg here since he held us up a little bit. Just kidding. Yeah, that's interesting to see now that Sainz is in the Renault. We're getting to see, I think, a little bit more of the car's actual pace. And they are showing that they're a top 10 team. They can do it. They have it in them. Alright, well I think we're going to have to move to the next session now. Oh, a nice run of resource points there. We might be able to do that stuff before qualifying. Let's go to the next session. I think all we have left is the race strategy program. Not too shabby. It's nice having, new parts on the car too, making that all seem a little easier. Looks like a Sector 2 time is the only thing we have left. Don't get out of here. For the goals of team objectives. So another 5 points on the line there, I believe. But let's see if we can do it during race strategy. If not, no worries. Out we go. This one shouldn't be too hard. If we were able to do the qualifying pace one, you would think. And the tire wear one. This is kind of the combination of those two. We'll get us some time here on the yellow tires. Okay, so as we start here, just trying to get a feel for these tires, see if there are any less grippy than the reds we were just on. I'm trying to get better about making my own calls on tire strategy and stuff. Generally, in 2016, I've been relying on whatever the default stuff is, and more often than not, the same here. As we move forward, and I get a little bit more involved in the F1 series, I'm hoping to do longer races in a longer race format season. So it'd be good to know and have, you know, a good understanding how to actually do tire strategy and stuff. Because what the game recommends, not always the right way to go. Ooh, that was a bit off there. Oh yeah, we're in the grass. That's probably going to nullify this lap. It'd be very surprising if we could make up enough time to keep this one in. Oh, it's close. We'll see. Yeah, we might do it. See, I seem to be having some front brake lockup issues.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
You know, they needed the data about what kind of tire wear the grass gives us, and I made sure I gave that to them. Oh yeah, I'm running wide a bunch. I guess these tires are actually quite a bit different than the reds. Just doesn't seem like it has quite the turn-in feel. Turned in too early there. This is, I think, one of the most awkward
P1, first position.
of the... Oh, he's doing a qualifying run. It's the most awkward of the traditional racetracks, like the non-street courses. But I've gotten the hang of it over the years. Well, I guess we'll wait till after this race to see, but I think I've gotten the hang of it anyway. There we go, that's... Even if we don't need to go to 5th, it properly gates my speed through there. This is a very good passing opportunity turn there, so it's good to know just how hard you can dive it in there. This is a very difficult passing opportunity here.
Great lap. You nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Nailed it. Oh, staying in that grass though. Here seems to be the section I struggle with the most, and yeah, that was the Sector 2 that they wanted me to improve on. But I have not. I have not indeed. And brakes. This part I feel pretty good about. It's the previous set. Not too good with. There's time on the table in that turn. I'm just struggling to find the right turning point for it. Nice. Oh, and programming note, if you're watching this on release day, and you also watch the F1 2016 series, that was a combination of the word season and series. There will be an off week this week there for Slip being on vacation. So don't panic, don't worry, it'll be back.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Okay, I'm gonna try and... Oh no, they were gonna mess this up, aren't you? Gross, Gene. I wanted to try and get a good Sector 2 time, but that's not gonna happen. where the end of Sector 2 actually is. Maybe right here? Nope, didn't do it. Oh well. Oh, beans.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Vettel, Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet.
No
We'll
kidding.
be back with more F1 action soon.
Okay, so a good practice session. I'm pretty confident with that. Looks like Hulkenberg did a 34.7 on his qualifying run. Vettel throwing down a 32.6, showing you what the actual fast pace is. I feel like we have a 33 in the car, which might be good enough for a 5th to 10th place spot. We'll see, but we're going to head to qualifying now because we are done with practice. We got all but 5 of the resource points. Only missed out on that Sector 2, whatever. No biggie. Biggie. Especially now that we're the #1 driver. We get the bonus points. Eventually. There it is. And 419, not quite enough, so we'll have to wait until after qualifying to do our research, which I'm not entirely sure where we're going to put it. Probably turbocharger, since we're running low on those, or maybe engine wear. Laptop says... Can we actually just skip practice 3? No. Alright, well, we'll rejoin you for Q1. There's our goals for qualifying. 13th and beat Massa. Those are 2 very different goals, I do believe. Possible. I think it's doable. I do need to look at our old turbocharger and see how it is holding up. View, not that, actually. We want to look at this. It says we have 87 laps expected on the entire drivetrain. Let's see. We've done 118 laps on the turbocharger. It's 57%. Seems like it should be good enough, right? I think so. I hope so. I'd really rather use it for this whole weekend than go to the next one. Let's do it. It'll be fine. We can look at it after qualifying too. No biggie. Skip the sequence. Skip the sequence. Skip it.
Welcome to this afternoon's
Got it.
qualifying session here at Silverstone.
Gotta skip those too, because I left that in last week and I got nixed. YouTube. Alright, let's see here. Pretty confident for Q1. Let's do a flying lap. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm in the groove. I think we only need to do like a 30, maybe a 34 mid to move on through. A little bit cloudy out today. Oh yeah, feeling real good on these super softs once again. I'm surprised this is a super soft track, to be honest with you. Seems like maybe it would be a soft place, soft, medium, hard. Just time to be had in turn 1 right there. Again, locking the brakes up. That felt better there, though. It's able to get through the gas pretty well. Locking that inside tire just a bit. Not really flat spotting it, I don't think, which I don't believe is really an element of the game anyway. Surprisingly. Wow, a 32 from Bottas. They're actually a little faster than I expected. Of course, I forgot about the fact we get the additional fuel usage here in actual qualifying. Ooh, that was a bit wide there. I think we're okay. My goal is to do as few laps as possible whenever we're feeling real good about a track. Might as well save the wear. It's a little messy there. happy with that. Now, granted, that's on super softs, and some of the other guys are on softs. But a 33, yeah, no, I don't think we have to worry too much about dropping out of Q1 with that. Yep, we are through pretty easily to Q2, as I kind of suspected we would be. I feel like Verstappen has some speed left in him. That 33.4. He only did one lap, and didn't really seem to try and improve upon that lap time, and I saw him do a 32 in practice. Then we have these guys still running softs. The Mercedes going out on super softs, so maybe they feel like they don't have speed over the Ferraris this week. And the Force Indias are very, very close. So I think we could be anywhere 6th to 10th for the race. We'll see. I am actually going to drive out for Q2. Want to try and save these tires as much as I possibly can. So let's make sure we get a real good feel for the track before we go and try and set our time. We're behind one Ferrari. That shouldn't be too bad. Nobody directly behind us, so maybe we can make a bit of a gap. Out he goes. Just rack one in. Be easy with it now, don't slide the tires. No need to. Memorize our DERS spots. That was rememorize, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little Dayquil'd up right now because I've been very, very diligently fighting off a cold for like 4 days, maybe 3 days. I've not let it take grip on me. But, well, I shouldn't have even said the word Dayquil. One of the very first videos of mine that got demonetized on this whole new YouTube thing was a F1 2014 video that I called Dayquil Doping. But yes, I feel like I might be a little hazy in the old brain department today. Alright, let's back off just a bit here. Plenty of gap now. Let's push at it. What can we do? Really, we just gotta repeat that time, but I know there's more in it. That's a safer line there. Oh, lock the right front. I think I hurt the lap real bad, but it was more tire than I wanted to use. Well, you can see the Ferrari have legs on the straightaway. I'm running this a little bit like the tire wear run in the practice programs. Very diligently trying not to slide the tires. Stinking grass on the inside. It's gonna get me. One of these times. Almost too hot into there. Rakkonen's not getting away by any means, but I think he's put a little distance on us. Right. That was a 31 for him. 32 for us. I am very pleased. Drop to P2. How dare you be disappointed? That was a great lap. I'm pretty set with that. I think this might be one of the shorter practice qualifying videos we've done because, yeah, it's gone very smoothly, hasn't it? I don't know what was up with these results in Q2. Hamilton back in P6. Ricciardo and Verstappen in 7th and 8th. Perez up there with us, but then Ocon way down there in 9th. Very, very strange results here for Q2. Familiar names. We're missing Hulkenberg, and Massa got knocked out as well. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, on to Q3. That 32.4 felt like about the most I could possibly get out of this. If, you know, a tenth or two is maybe the most I could feel I could get more out of it. And that should put us in pretty good shape. We'll see how these others step up for Q3. Let's get out there and do it. I don't need to worry about saving the tires, so we'll go out and do a flying lap. Well, let's hope to keep the tires on the ground. That would be ideal. We'll of course be trying to do as few laps as possible, as we have been doing, to try and save the turbocharger, which is looking 60%. That's enough for the race. Hi, crowd. Glad you're happy to see me. Or is Hamilton right behind me? Here we go. Let's try and just let the throttle for turn 1. Beautiful. That was very good. Still a bit of lock up there. That really becomes an issue in the race. I may end up moving some bias to the rear. Something we can pretty easily do in the race. Oh, this is a bit of a wide entry for this turn. I don't think it cost us too much, but it kind of put me off the line a bit there. This might be the final stretch of races where we're not taking penalties for parts replacement. So it's important to get these good qualifying results in now. Wing 32.9 by Grosjean. I didn't notice he had made it in. I don't know, this felt kind of gross, this lap. Just felt a little off. Am I getting booed? I swear I heard them booing me. Ooh, 33.2. That was a gross lap. Let's try again. Are they booing my bad lap? Second gear here. Help it rotate a bit. Felt like this upcoming set of turns is where I had some time to make up. Ooh, that was awkward. Oh, that was.
2 laps of fuel left.
Whoa, buddy. Oof. That ain't too good. That ain't too good at all. I don't know what the big change is, but just not feeling too great at the moment.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 33.2.
So a 33.2, not a very good performance. I don't think that's gonna put us very high up the grid. We've already beat all of our goals. I'm just concerned about putting more laps on this turbocharger before the race, but I don't think it's that close to breaking. Gonna keep an eye on it here, see what happens. Hey, looky here. It says exclamation point mandatory set. It's the only place where it shows you that stuff. So we have 3 mandatory sets, but I assume they reduce it to 2 for the reduced races. So mandatory is softs and mediums for the race. So there's not a whole lot of strategy at play there.
We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
Cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna fit another set of super softs since we have them. and we won't be able to use them. Oh no, we have to start on the Super Softs, right? Yeah, we have to start on the set we used. In reality, we would have a mandatory set of a soft and a medium, but because of the reduced race times, I assume it's just the one or the other? Yeah, I assume it's just one or the other. The problem we had in Suzuka is that these were both hards. That's why we had no choice in Suzuka. I'm getting my brain wrapped around it. Okay. But back to this screen. How are we doing in standings here? With that gross, disgusting lap. Why has nobody gone out? Hey, you know what? I think I'm just gonna live with my time. Why put more damage on the turbo when we're already ahead of expectations? It was a gross lap, but it should probably put us like 9th or 10th, and that's plenty good enough for here. Okay, it was a shame, but we'll live with our mistakes.
It is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Bottas, Hamilton, and Kimi Raikkonen. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Sort of live. It'll be sort of live. Like, the video will go live tomorrow with the race. But we will be starting in 10th position. It looks like we did fall all the way down to 10th. That's okay. I don't know. I'm disappointed that I messed up that lap so much, but I think I'd be more disappointed if we went ahead and put another 2 laps or 3 laps of wear on the car and had issues in the race because of that. So we'll be happy with our 10th place starting position and try to improve on that tomorrow, or just hold near there. Hell of a drive out of Grosjean there, putting the Haas up in 8th position. That kind of shows you the little bit of randomness that is, you know, F1 the video game. Not always going to hold perfectly true to real life, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, well, I hope you did enjoy, and we will see you tomorrow for the British Grand Prix.